Cool. So go for mid. You have valley right here. Valley or yard, people call this right here. Yard, roof, truck, or medium kit, or truck kit even. Crates. Our crates, their crates, obviously depends on like what side you're on, right?
Right.
Porch is right here.
Mhm.
Under. It's called this point. Wow, very cool. There's porch. It's called joke right here, or top left, top right, depending where you are. Up here is Batman, because he'll just stand up here. Yeah, that's it. And this is
That
like
seems good.
lower door, lower under, the lower under pipeline, and then these are like ramp, our ramp, their ramp. Going from this whole area right here is called lobby or house. People call it house, typically.
Okay.
From house, you have drop down. You have back door right here. Back door goes into under and goes into alley. It's called this like garage. Soldiers, people can hide on this right here.
Yep.
Oh. Why is that? That's weird.
What?
Why
What are you
is
looking
quick
at?
shit? Quick shift is
Oh, you don't have the quick switch on.
yeah, I wonder why that got disabled. That's weird. I just call this slope right here, or far left. Point. Shutter. I just gonna call this area like tractor or some shit. You can call it like far left, far right, whatever you want to call it. This has got no one really ever stands here. I just call it.
It is kind of just a corner where you can die.
You
Yeah.
call it boxes. Like if you say something's boxes, it's kind of the same area. So 1 second, they're on boxes. Pipe right here. Pipe into lower right or into lobby right here. Left lobby, right lobby. The lobby's really goddamn big. That is called its lockers. All the way in to left lobby, far left. Just call this main right here. And then you got bridge, under bridge, wow, point, boxes.
Yeah, these call-outs are not as
Uh,
unique as I was expecting. I was worried I had to learn
Batman,
some difficult
you
terminology.
can stand here, you can stand here.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know you could
Yep.
stand on the other vents. I knew you could stand all the way
Those-
up top. Yeah, I didn't know you could
Yeah,
stand there.
yeah. That's really good to stand on, and then you just have like,
That's Robin.
yeah, I just call this crate right here. All right, so I'll just kind of let me get my notes out real quick. There are some like niche things about this whole rollout. Just in general. So one thing that's funny is Scout is like if you're playing Scout, you spawn right here, you can jump and knock your head on this. I'm pretty sure, and do like an angle to it. I think it's like right here. It's just like you can like push yourself forward a little bit if you hit it. For demo, the big thing is like whenever you do a rollout, you want to kind of like try and land like right here, because if you go past this little red, you'll like break the
Right,
beam.
you want to stay within the beam. Okay.
So demo
Yes, we learned about
usually.
this.
Okay, cool. Yeah, do that.
Yes, we did.
You know,
Very
very
slowly.
simple. Oh yeah. One thing for soldier that's really important is this: whenever you're doing a rollout, typically one soldier should come here and just kind of hold the shutter door open. That way your demo can roll out further into lobby, hop off the 1 stick key on bridge. Helps out a lot. Also very easy to get arrowed right here. Basically, on your rollout, you always want to have your soldiers try and get arrowed. Basically, the pickaxe soldier should put his pickaxe away about like right here. Just so like you're not getting arrowed in lobby. It's really important that your medic's able to kind of heal your other soldier to 300. Heal your demo, heal your scout, heal whoever needs to be healed more in house or in lobby versus having to take time to arrow you in lobby for the
Gotcha.
pocket. Um, see, metalworks in general. This is like a mid where teams can get spammed out really hard. Like if a soldier rolls out right here quick and it's just like spamming you really deep in lobby, it can be really hard to like come out top left or really hard to play lower if like your demo's fast. One thing that kind of helps this is having like your spam classes be equally as quick. So like one thing that kind of helps for demo, like yeah, that little shutter trick helps. It also helps kind of like you know jumping and trying to land like a B hop in lobby off like a sticky like off the door right there. You just hit one B hop and try and go a little quicker. One thing that's good for soldier is like a little like low jump right here is really good because once you're here as a soldier, you can jump up here and just kind of help spam a little bit, or you can play from lower and spam lower as well, and then kind of jump where you need to go. But having a soldier able to kind of do that very quickly is really helpful. Usually, I would say you could have your pocket kind of do that. Like your pocket will kind of get the arrow here, get like a little bit of a buff late, do a low jump, and then just kind of like try and play like the boxes or whatnot, or kind of play somewhere right here,
All right.
or play lower if you want to as well, because usually the roamer will play top left, and this is good for a roamer to play on mid because you have a few bombs you can do. You can do this stupid high one, and you can do a lot from right here. Typically, you want to try and land on the demo. If for some reason like you're playing roamer and you're doing a bomb right here, it's very easy to like you know get like a really good view of like what's going on. So if you need to peel out, you can, and you can jump away to safety, right? So that's really good for like roamers to do. Um, you can also have him do like a bomb where you like bombs here, and lands like kind of right here. It's kind of hard for them to actually shoot him, and he can just jump away and be absolutely safe again, right? Um, he can also do a bomb where you're playing here, and you can like do something like this if you want to go like really fast on the demo, or if you can get decent enough at it, you can do oh maybe I'm not decent enough to do it. You can try and land like behind the back door right here and try and land on the medic if they're hiding, but it's like a scout will chase you there. So I would say for like general, you guys have any questions on like the rollout, on like general like rollout so far?
I
I'm gonna
should be
talk
going
about
through lunchbox, right, with like the medic
is
pocket scout.
this Baka Scout? Yeah, I'll go into that
All right.
on the general mid. One thing for like med in general on this point is like if your med can't get through like top left or like get through bottom, your medic should just go back door. Um, yeah, this kind of I'll kind of go over like
Gotcha.
pocket scout stuff real quick. Um, just in mid in general, yeah. I mean, one SCART typically your pocket scout should go into lower yard and play the banny spot. So you'll kind of come here and just kind of run right here, right? Um, and on your rollout, just come here on the rock, on the roof, and you just sit here and look for soldiers. Um, the big things you're doing here, like I would just pull out like my pistol and just pistol across, and then look for the soldiers. You want to get vision for that, and provide coverage for your medic to deny anyone who's like chasing lower point or bombing. Um, very easy to kind of stand on here and like avoid rockets. Like if you're worried about getting directed, like standing on these two plats are really good. Also just like it's very easy for you to rotate over the balcony and whatnot. Or even if you want to go like over here to crates if it's free, that's also really good. Um, you
Would you
could
think
also
it's
just
worth using Winger for this map?
I don't think you need it because I just climbed onto like all the really good spots from that one spot. if like you're not confident in your ability to crouch jump, I mean, you could consider it. Like, like you don't I don't really need it. The one thing Winger is really good for is being able to jump onto their boxes like this. But
Yeah, because I've been
that's more of like a flank scout thing, not
okay.
really a you thing. Unless you guys are going fast. Usually, like this map's kind of backwards because the right side is your side technically, and left side's their side.
Right.
So just gotta keep that in mind. Picking side, kind of going off that is like really important. Top left is good for aggro. Slow and more spammy is better for right. Um, you guys just played a match on Sunshine, so you know that you want to look for areas that allow your more mobile classes to control and take height. So that's like, on top of point, the boxes, their boxes, getting control of like the rooftops, are really good. As like a pocket scout, usually what I'm doing a lot of the time is like I'm sitting on here and I'm seeing their combo kind of commit to like their box. So I'm gonna go take my box, right, and just kind of play right here, right.
Okay.
That's like a very important like situational awareness thing. Just because like you like recognize free space right here, and playing up
And
here is a lot better than playing anywhere right there,
yeah,
right?
like, and then if anybody's like caught back, the call focuses on that probably.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
just playing for the vision, playing for the look. Um, it's really important that you guys get high ground established, like on your boxes or like on point prior to like climbing the ramp, because if you don't have high ground, it's very easy for a demo man just to walk forward and start shooting your medic as you're trying to walk up the ramp. So
Okay.
Okay.
it's like really dangerous, and the later mids go, the more dangerous this whole ramp thing becomes because people get more established on like high ground and whatnot. So it can be pretty deadly.
Okay.
All things considered. Um, you'll notice like one thing about this mid is that it's very like I think it's the smallest mid in the entire map pool in terms of like size. Like you walk in and the mid is like you could almost see it like straight up like doorway to doorway right there, right? Um, so it's very important to make sure that you're like controlling height, and some teams are very prone to like over chasing on this mid. Don't over chase into house or yard if you're like winning a mid. Just prioritize spam and protect your demo and his ability to lock them out wherever they leave from. Um, so that's just like very general stuff, and I'm gonna go. I can touch on class specific stuff now if you guys want. Unless you guys have any questions.
Yeah,
It's
as the
like not
demo,
related to your
what
class.
what areas am I looking to lock out to help my
I'll
players? Because I'm
get on
assuming a
that.
lot of this is going to
Yeah,
rely
yeah, yeah.
on the soldiers being
I'll
mobile.
I'll touch on that whenever I get to like I'm gonna start on soldier and then go to scout demo, because I mean
Okay.
I already talked about scout pretty much, but like I said for soldier, the bombs so you want to be comfortable with, like the bomb off the high wall. You can bomb, try and land on demo or fade and whatnot. Um, you know the bomb to lower right here for like your pocket is really good because it lets him. Don't do what I did. Don't do what I did. Boop. You come here and it's very easy for you just to kind of like try and spam lower under a point. Or you can try and control like this doorway, or even try and pressure this guy and whatnot from lower, and then you can like play up top right here and try and stuff this guy out before he bombs. That's always really good. Bomb from lower onto crate's really strong. Um, One important rule for both your soldiers is that unless you're doing like a fast like left side mid, you should try and have each soldier play different sides of the map, right?
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
if like you're a roamer, and your roamer by default will play here because it gives him access to the two best bombs like from your side, right? Because you can do stuff like that and try and zoom it, or you can do the high bomb. It's very important that we have one soldier here, because if you have both soldiers on one side, then you're giving up basically this entire side of the map for free, right? So, you really want to make sure, like, hey, our pocket's going lower to our boxes, and we're just trying to kind of play it from there, right? Playing here is good too because you can kind of hide. It's very easy to get arrowed, and if you need to jump away, like you can, fade back here and whatnot and be pretty healthy, and then just kind of spam passively and then bomb back forward whenever you're feeling more confident, right?
All
Um,
right.
I would say it's very important to kind of treat this map like Process, or like Sunshine with like Bell. You don't. One thing for Soldier, just in general, is that the top of the point right here is a very strong, but it's kind of like Bell in the sense that you don't want to be here early because you'll get fucked up. Um, I recommend for soldiers, like particularly Pocket, if like there's soldier high bombs, you can jump onto here and then jump onto here to kind of counter bomb if you want to and go high again.
That's
All
interesting.
right. Yeah.
That's really strong. You should always look to cover, or like high ground with cover should be prioritized early versus the open high ground. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You also have a soldier come here and just like bomb up top on the Batman if you want to, and make them look at you, and then you can high bomb again if you want to as well. So if you guys want to do like a mid where you like do you do like this like super high bomb, right? Like soldiers in like the full skybox, you can do a mid where like, you know, we come through house, right? My roamer goes here, my Pocket will do his little like jump right here. He'll jump here and try and land on like the box and whatnot, right? We'll say he hit like a good C tap and got there. He'll jump up here on the Batman. He'll jump here, and then this guy will do his wall jump, right? And
Interesting. Okay.
this guy can either they can both commit or you can fade off it, right? That's kind of the cool part about it. Where if you're like if you're doing this little Batman jump, you don't need to like full commit. You can fade away and then jump away
Yeah.
again, right? And get yourself, run back here, get a health kit, and be pretty okay, right? So I like that. You can do that. Also, just you standing here and jumping back is good because they have to like turn up and look at you in like a weird angle, which opens up your other soldier on the other side of the map.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's what I recommend. Like that's like an example of what you can do.
Yeah.
Otherwise, just sitting here spamming whatnot is really good, and then you can also just like try and like go fast and low if like just they're not watching you for some reason. But plenty of options. It's soldier, the world's your
Oh
oyster,
yeah.
right?
This is soldier map for sure.
Um, just in general, like a good general rule of thumb for this map, and just like a general play style thing. If you guys are ever confused on like how to play mids, you should always like have a play style where you're trying to meet or surpass um the other team's aggression.
Okay.
That's a very key thing. I think a lot of teams kind of struggle with.
So what do you mean
Um,
by surpass? Like, what's the goal with that?
if teams' bombs are fast, you should just try and be faster and bomb faster at the same time and just go faster than them. Like, um, just if like their soldiers are firing off their bombs first, you should be trying, hey, tell your soldiers, or hey, you know what? We're like doing this like default right mid bullshit, right? But their soldiers are always like bombing in the air first, right? Or they're always like getting on point first and whatnot. Instead, we'll just play left and then play really quickly and try and like double bomb them quick. You know what I mean? You do
Okay.
one soldier
Yeah.
high, one soldier here, and just try and like, do whatever you can, right? Um, so you always it's kind of like a vibe thing. If you're playing too slow, play faster. That sounds like common sense, but a lot of teams kind of struggle with that concept.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
difficult to like figure that out mid match too.
Yeah, well, I
But
mean
we especially like in
the like
Sunshine
light
we
bulb
had
going
several
off.
mids.
Yeah, I mean the light bulb should be their soldiers are nuking our medic first, so we need to go faster. Or what you can do is rather than trying to bomb first is if like their bombs are faster than yours, you probably need more focus on the chokes with your spam to deny the bomb before it happens. Um, if you want to play like passively with two scouts, you can have like one like your like, flank scout play here and sit here, and have another scout sit here, and just have like a soldier sit here, and just have your people play like kind of back and choke and just kind of bait the bombs. And once they fade, you can kind of play the mid as normal, right?
All right.
Yeah,
Um,
that's been my sort of snap reaction to getting like super heavily aggressed is to like try and play a bit more passive to try and bait the bombs
yeah,
out.
no.
But a
It's
lot
always
of times
better to die being proactive than die being reactive in this game. Like
Yeah,
that's
a lot of times it just ended up with us getting completely shut out of a mid because
yeah.
it was just too passive and we just didn't get to
Yeah.
enter.
So metalworks is weird because you can play like a style of mid where it's just like you're playing like a bunch of weenies and like your fucking choke or like your fucking valley,
Dude, I
right?
want to play like a
And
weenie.
you can
We
just
need a
roll out. You can just roll out like everybody lower, maybe leave like your roamer in house, but like you could have like a demo, medic, scout, and like a soldier just kind of chill right here and just kind of like lock them as play here and bait the bomb. They like feed a soldier, they feed another soldier, and then you walk out and then you start playing, right?
Right.
Um, like if you want to play like a super passive mid like that, you can. The do nothing mid is really good against punishing people who might chase a lot. Um,
I mean, that might be worth it then, because I feel like that's what every open soldier does, is just feed
well,
on
I
the
mean
mid.
that too, but also you could also kind of unleash and turbo feed back into them and kill their team for like playing too aggressive. Like that's where like counter jumps are good because if they send guys forward and you send guys forward, like it's basically who scouts can kill the soldier the fastest.
Yeah,
Um,
I should say this week we're fighting Curtis's team. I don't know if I told you guys that yet.
No, that's not
What?
bad.
And Curtis is a notorious pocket scout feeder,
All right.
good.
so
Okay.
we will see how
How
this
would you
goes.
recommend
Never heard of
how
him.
would you recommend eliminating a pocket scout feeder?
Sticks on the
This
ground where you think he's gonna go.
This scout right here will basically fuck him up really bad.
Oh no.
Bruce, it's on you.
Oh no.
Like
I will
you
say
just
though, I have been ringing for a lot of people as scouts, so I feel like my DM has gotten a
That's
bit better
good.
recently. So
believe
I'm feeling a bit better about myself
for
now.
I
So
believe.
let's see, for demo, I mean the big thing is like I like to just you know put a sticky right there and straight shot it in. If you
Yep.
can get it low enough and this shutter's open, you just fly in the lobby and you're really quick.
wait, which one do you like to do?
I usually do the second. Boop, boop,
Oh, I like to do it next to the crate.
right there, or like where? I actually
Right,
think
that crate.
I think
Oh,
it's
like
No,
near the
good
railing?
for you.
Yeah, the
I like to
railing
do
right there.
this is probably better because it's just like a
Okay.
straight shot. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, I get
Straight
that.
straight shot, and then you're just like in. Um, so demo rollout, I mean pretty simple, right? You just come here, hit him with one of these, get it better than me because I suck dick. Come here, hit your B hops, right?
Right. Okay, I got
Always
that
hit
part
the B
down.
hops.
I would say you want to start charging your sticky like at this line.
Okay.
You come here, and then you do this if you want to, and just carpet this. Like that's fine to do. Like carpeting on this mid is really strong. Because they can't. If you carpet this, they waste time having to clear the stickies anyway, and they're kind of forced to go like into your soldier or scout who are already on the box, right?
Right. Okay.
If
I
you
gotta use
want to have
stickies
these
more.
if
So.
you want to have these like actually kill somebody, what you can do is charge here and put them more like on like the doorway.
Right.
Because sometimes what'll happen a lot of time is teams will like roll out, and if you're putting stickies like right here like this, some people might not even see it because they'll kind of come here and they'll kind of hug the wall and just die to it, right?
Okay. That seems promising.
Um, so a lot the like skill ceiling is actually like I would say you can put it on either side and just like do stuff like that or some shit and then just go with it. But carpeting is fine as long as you carpet the doorway and slow them down. That's like your main objective. You
Okay.
can also like I think this is kind of like the more dangerous of the two rollouts, like because once you're in house, you can start charting at this line. You come here, and then you can just kind of do this as well if you want to, and feed
Right.
it into their whatever.
Okay.
Um, so I think lower is a lot safer than playing top left. But if you're like really fast the entire time, you just carpet this for free, and it's really strong.
Yeah, I'll give it a
Um,
shot. I mean,
and then
if the faster
you can
rollout
just
makes
like
that big of a difference,
yeah.
then
And then if you ever need to rotate, don't rotate in front of your house. Just rotate back through your house because you're a lot safer this way, and you can get heals and play with like beam and whatnot.
Got it. Okay.
Um, and then basically you're just doing like very basic shit for demo. Is you're just trying to kind of control, like, you want to punish people that try and stand on this, and you can try and punish people like sitting right here as well. Basically you're gonna be playing on like the ground a lot, and you want to kind of make a path for you, your medic, to climb up onto here and just kind of spam them out once you get up here.
Got it. Okay.
While also kind of controlling them from being able to kind of climb up this, you know.
Got it. Okay.
So control point is like the biggest priority. If you're really worried about getting like submarined by a scout, which means he just fucking runs at you from under the point, you can just carp in
He's
front of
put
you,
stickies down there. Yeah.
and then just lob pipes over the point and do that. This is a really good
Okay.
angle to kind of punish teams who like try to climb too early, by the way. So
Got it.
um any questions on I guess for flank scout too. I didn't even talk about flank scout.
I mean,
Flank
Flank Scout's
scout
not here,
pretty
so you don't have to, but
okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'll just go over it. You guys have any questions on mid? Or not really?
Not thus
What about
far.
holding mid? Like if we back up to mid like from second.
Sure. Holding mid is pretty simple because it's kind of like cut and dry, you know. Um, if you're on disad, you're playing back here. If you're like on disad and trying to build, you should be playing like all the way back here. If like you're
Okay.
down, if you if I feel like your down numbers, play more your side. If like you're even, you should play like more on like the behind their boxes and whatnot. Have your combo play more over here to kind of stuff Valley and stuff right here, and then you have one soldier just kind of loitering over here and spotting right here.
Mhm.
And if he sees them come in here, you can just rotate across and meet them on point and whatnot. Like have your demo can stuff like both these doorways pretty easily. If you have like a demo and a soldier just sitting here shooting the fuck out of the doorway, and you have like a scout on high ground, scout on high ground, medic on high ground, soldier on high ground, it's gonna be hard for them to do anything. So a lot of
yeah,
time
Okay.
absolutely.
is you're just kind of sitting here. If teams are like walking up right here, like in Valley, this is like prime Batman bomb. Um, so what you can do a lot of the time is if you spot their combo Valley and you want your soldier who's watching top right to just sit on Batman and just play the bomb, you can like call his bomb and he can just kind of get in and whatnot and do whatever the fuck he wants to, right? It's pretty good. Um,
Classic.
so I would say yeah, and you want to call that bomb if they're kind of past this little rock right here. But basically, if you're just trying to match what side they're on, and you're either playing on their box or you're playing on like your side, one of the two, or you're playing more to point and playing in the middle. All right, and then I think you can stand on that thing. Pretty sure you can. I'm not super sure.
Stand on the middle
There's something
pipes.
you can
Yeah.
stand on.
You
Yeah.
can see
Yeah,
yeah
well,
on the middle ones right there.
the middle pipe. I don't know if it's pushing me off or not. Yeah, no fun game.
There is the
Ooh,
the edge bug.
Dude, map makers
Yeah.
ruin this game.
You can
no
do
more map makers.
that one. Um, all right. So pushing two basically kind of boils down to how you guys like to split. I usually like to leave my soldier, like my pocket will sit right here and watch house. This is if we're gonna pressure Valley, by the way. So what I'll do is
Okay.
I'll leave my pocket here to watch house and watch drop. Everybody else will come here. You can leave a scout to watch lower, kind of passively. You move your combo here. You have your soldier, demo, medic, scout, all kind of chilling here, and then you can kind of do basically. There's two ways to kind of. There's actually a lot of ways to stack into this. I can show you the traditional way where you just have like a soldier, that can do his little like high bomb or whatnot and try and like land on them right here, right? That's like the like big one for the stack into two. Um, there's variations, of course. Um, variation number one is like the scout runs lower with your soldier from right here. Um, and then as soon as that soldier bombs, no matter what you do, you should be ready to kind of back up as soon as he dies, right?
Got
Like
it.
as soon as you see him, okay, we're out, and then you just leave, right? Scouts can stand here and stand here. You can also make sure we're being very careful of people hiding in here.
I had a funny kill with that yesterday that I should not have lived from.
You can do that. Anytime you're sacking, I think this is a lot better. This is a much better angle for your demo to like than sitting in house. I know a lot of teams like to have like their demo sit here in
I'm not
house
a
by
super big
itself,
fan of house
and then
either. It feels very like
yeah,
it's like
you
Dust
get
Bowl-esque.
you get a much better like angle right here, and you can pressure with your demo with like your soldier in the air and whatnot, which I
Yeah,
like a
demo
lot more.
spamming out of house just seems so lame because you only have a tiny doorway to shoot out of.
So yeah, basically you guys understand that one. I can also teach you dominoes if you want. Dominoes is like a froyo thing.
What is
Or actually,
dominoes?
it's actually a WG thing. But what we do is that if we're playing Valley, teams will usually try and meet you, and you just really try and spam them really, really, really hard from like here and here, so they kind of force the play back, like right here. If teams are playing on bridge, this is kind of what you want. If they're ever playing on bridge and trying to spam you Valley, dominoes is really effective. And all it is that you're gonna have basically the same thing where the soldier will come here and high bomb, but instead of landing here, he'll like speed shot in the lobby and go really far behind and pull stuff back, right?
Right.
Um,
Ooh.
so what that's gonna do is that it'll pull people back, and you have a scout run lower with the bomb, so like they're not watching the guy lower, and then you have like a random 2v1 in lobby that they don't know about, and then they're fighting, you know, your roamer and your flank scout in lobby with their combo in front.
Right. Okay. That seems
Um,
promising.
so yeah, that's dominoes. Uh, the big thing is like your soldiers like you guys are clearing the point, so your soldier has like a very clean bomb from the wall into like their lobby, right? With the buff. I mean,
Okay.
if he's and if this guy is like, you know, uh, we'll go like 200. We'll say this guy's like 300, and we're waiting for the bomb and whatnot, right? So we'll just wait a couple seconds for this. He's 300, and then he goes, and he like fucks it up. You're still like 187 behind, right? You just gonna keep running and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
As long as that guy's chasing you, like you're feeling pretty happy, right? Because eventually you can just run him back to his last, get in on the shutter, and then you're just right on top of them, right? So I like dominoes. If their team always kind of defaults playing right there, it's good. If they're playing on the point, then this bomb just kind of becomes really good too, right? Because he can kite in the house, but they can kite back, but because the lock and load exists, you can sometimes have your demo like lob Brady pipes into there and be pretty alright.
That's awesome.
Um, alright. And then whenever we sack people, like we should be playing out of house and more on point, like we talked about. Like you can have I think having a scout stand up here is really strong. You just kind of like try and spot them wherever they're coming in from, and you kind of play their sack, and then you walk back in, right?
Yes.
All right. Any questions on pushing second?
Um. So when we're thinking about the domino strat, I would assume a lot of demos are gonna put stickies near the point. Is that who should be
A
dealing
lot
with
of
that?
demos, like honestly, if you can just carpet off the doorway, that way they can't chase him inside.
Okay. That's a good idea. Okay. I'll do that then.
And then holding two, I mean, it's pretty. In an ideal world, bridge with like your pocket scout here, kind of building as a strong default so you can spot. And then you just have like your roamer and flank scout kind of play more far right. And if like their combo's called far right and you're even, you should try and meet them like right here and just kind of like pressure them and
Okay.
actually fight them and try and beat them before they get here. If you can't, just play more on point, try and stuff them really hard. Stickies up here is really good because if their soldier tries to do the high bomb and he's too close to the wall, he'll die to the stickies.
That would be very
Um,
cool.
that's a hubby sticky strat, so that's pretty funny. Um, yeah, you're just kind of like matching sides the entire time. If like they have a sniper, I'd recommend playing kind of like right here. This is a pretty good anti-sniper spot because if they have a sniper, you can get shot in the feet from like right here, right? Because of the
Yeah.
angle. So gotta be careful of that. You could sometimes have a soldier just like stand right here if you want to, and have it be pretty good. Trying to think of like what's a good counter sack
That
to
roof
do.
on the other side's a pretty funny spot to stand in.
Yeah. Wonder if we could do like some crackhead shit. Let's see. I'm gonna try some crackhead shit.
Sounds more like my flavor.
I'm gonna try to ramp side off that pallet. I don't think I can.
There's a
It's too
crackhead
awkward.
one going into mid.
Yeah. Yeah. The little
Yeah.
over there. Yeah. You can do that if you want to. Okay. But yeah. Any questions on 2? Like 2's pretty self-explanatory.
I did want to mention something that was brought up in a previous map review I've had, where pushing into 2 from house. I suppose with the setup that we've been discussing, it really only affects me as the pocket soldier. But don't get near the wall if you're in house, because apparently you can see through that.
Shadows.
The shadows give you away if
Okay.
you're touching
You gotta
against
have
that
the good
wall.
shadows on.
Yeah. It's kind of cheesy.
What a stupid game, dude.
It's like the granary spot.
Alright. Pushing last. You guys see some fuck shit on this last?
Oh, before we totally
I
move on for a
always
second,
want
I
to
was
see
gonna
some fuck
say
shit.
if they're gonna go with the domino strat that we discussed, and that's gonna be their move.
Teams
What's
will
the
not
approach
do
for
this to
that?
you. I promise. I promise.
Okay,
No
but if they
team.
do, what do? What do we do? What's
If
the
they do, your demo
the
stick is his own
countermeasure?
shutter.
Okay,
There you
That's
go.
pretty much it. Like that's you stick your shutter, walk
just do it
forward.
beforehand. Okay.
Yeah. Well, the
Alright.
soldier behind just sticky to shutters. You can splash through these walls. I'm not sure if you guys knew. It's pretty funny.
That doesn't seem.
I
Oh, are they
did not
crates?
know that.
That
Oh, that's a
doesn't
great.
seem fair. What is
Okay.
that?
Christ.
Soldiers can do it too. So
It's
like
like
if
the
you have
steel thing. What the fuck?
if they're capping, like a soldier can spawn and just start like shooting their way. And if you're sitting here, they just, like I think they're safe right there against my wall. Oh, I'm fucking doing it on the wrong side, dumbass. Um, but yeah, every single
Start
wall here
spamming the wall.
is like not real.
That's
That's crazy.
interesting. Okay.
I did not know that.
So
Would
if
that
like
be
you
more
spawn,
useful if you're actively defending last, or is that more of like a setup thing
that's
to take advantage
like I
of?
mean this is like a soldier thing that's like really funny because like what's funny is like if I die in a last hole and it's like I'm like a late spawner and like I just fucking come
You just
alive,
walk
I
out
can
of
just
spawn
cut
and shoot the
like
walls.
I immediately walk out of spawn and just do this.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that before. What the fuck?
That's
That's like
insane.
insane. What?
Yeah,
Because they're
it's
going to be standing in that corner. Oh my god.
And
yeah they're gonna get fucked
I'm
by it.
assuming this last is following suit, and the idea is to lock it out and take as much time as possible.
Yeah, this class is difficult. So like usually a lot of times what people do is the gun spot changes, but the hole's still the same. As long as your team is standing on bridge or like close to this wall, and you have coverage on this door, and you have like they don't have a sniper wide swinging you. It's very hard to stack into because the best bomb a soldier can really do is like off this little high wall, right, or like off this wall even
Yeah, and
if
you're
you
very
really want.
visible to everyone while doing that.
Like that's like the best. I mean, that's probably the best one because it's kind of like hard to see him a little bit, but it's still like not super terrible. Anyway, um, yeah. So usually the hold I recommend is just very basic. Like if you're even, you should be playing like on the bridge, and the gun can kind of go wherever you want. Like demo, med, scout. You have a soldier sit right here. You have one soldier kind of watch either side with like the scout. You have one
Yes,
scout sit right here
sir.
on the box and just spot this, and one soldier can kind of ping pong between either right here or right here, depending on where they are. Um, if you guys are like, if you guys want to do like some sniper cheese, if they're still capping second and you have like a late scout spawn, this is a really good sight line into second. That could sometimes drop a medic if they're not really looking for you. Um, So the hold, really, I mean, if you guys want a gun, which I think you should, I think sentry guns are always really good, right? Couple
Almost
spots you can do it.
definitely, yeah.
Top of the box. I don't like it in the corner right here because it do anything. I like it more on this, like right here. I think this is fine. But
Yeah,
it's
I've
like,
also seen people put it underneath the bridge ramp.
I think the gun, wherever you put it, should be watching a door, right?
Okay.
And if they try and like shoulder peek the door right here, and like your demo like recognizes it, then they're just gonna get absolutely fucked. And you have a soldier sit here as well and just fuck people up as well, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And if they have to use on the gun right here, then you can just kind of kite back and just kind of chill for a second and then walk back out, right?
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that's basically it. I mean, you just kind of like watch the doors, let your soldiers stack, and you walk in the lobby and try and stack your own guy.
Yeah, I feel
Usually
like
for
last is
lower is pretty
definitely the
good.
most straightforward part of
Usually,
every
usually for
5 CP map.
stacks, like you have a soldier like kind of hug the wall right here and try and sneak his way through, and just kind of walk under point and just try and like bomb like this. That's like a pretty good way to kind of get a good stack in if you can sneak in through lobby like that.
Okay.
Pushing last can be awful. There is engineer tech if you really want to do it, but it's like kind of cheesy and not worth it. The
It'll
idea
seem like a
is like
follow-up.
you have like you like run a double and you have your scout come up NG and you put like a level 3 telly like somewhere on second and you just stack your soldier over and over and over again and he gets
Oh,
like
that's
shorter
funny.
respawn time because he gets continuously there's like a telly and you can like build a level 3 and shutter and open it for level 3 if you want to as well.
Oh yeah, you can open the
That's
shutter
fascinating.
without being in stick range.
Yeah,
It's like a
pretty
jiggly.
good. Yep, it's like right here. I'm pretty sure.
If you're just on the edge, yeah, they can't hit you.
Yeah, so lobby is really big. It's really important to make sure you guys aren't really pushing too deep in the lobby until you're ready to commit to a last push. Like I would say don't cross the wet paint sign unless you're ready to like,
Okay.
pressure. There's a couple of ways to kind of like do stuff like demo scout shutter, jump your demo is like the best one of the good ones on ad. Also, if you have like a turbo ad, you can just use right here left and use really early and just run your scout like all the way in their spawn and force them into spawn, then cap behind your scout.
Okay. Traditional mid
I
stuff.
like
Or last stuff.
yeah, basically just traditional mid stuff for last. I don't really unless you guys have any questions for it, I don't really have anything to say.
I would say so this is not a metalwork specific thing, but I would definitely say I think we should make it more clear who's responsible for spotting info on last.
Soldiers. Most health and the
Soldiers.
most
Okay.
mobility.
All right. Yeah, because I just feel like
That
we
should
blew a
be
couple
happening
sunshine
like
pushes from
yeah,
not
like
spotting.
your soldiers should be getting the most information because they can like peek a doorway and then jump away, right? And without risk. But a scout
Gotcha.
might get caught, you know what I mean? But like if you're a soldier, you can like strip the rocket and jump away and be safe, right?
Right. Okay.
Gotcha.
I'll just wait for that then and
Okay.
not try and do it myself.
Not feet.
Yeah.
If we are doing the thing where we're trying to just stall out last for stalemates, what do we do if they start stacking off classes out of rage?
This is
Oh.
yeah.
This has happened, so we do have to ask.
Just have a spy check their off classes and then just counterpick. Like Pyro's pretty good against spy and also pretty good against sniper on this
So
class.
that's just kind of the answer for off classing in general. If they're doing a lot, just to pick more effective things instead of trying to
Yeah,
hold
I
down
mean,
fort
there's
normally.
only
Stick it out.
there's only so much they can actually do. Like if you know
Yeah.
they have a sniper, you can play close. If you know that they have a spy and you have a pyro that has like a non-threat, as long as your pyro just checks everything like every 2 seconds, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
and I'm
This
assuming
is a pretty common spidey close spot too.
flank it is priority as far as who should be switching to those classes.
Yeah, I mean flank scout just fucking comes in the spawn and checks. This is like a fucking crazy fucking spy angle actually. Spy just fucking decloaks right here on your medic. It's really good.
All right.
Noted.
Trick stab.
So this is kind of a weird question, but I want to get better at being in other people's heads. I feel like it would give us a better advantage. Is there any way to because I feel like especially when you're playing Sunshine, it can be difficult to determine
the
people's play
best way
styles fast enough.
to get in people's heads and just be more dominant in this game is to play a lot more aggressive as a
Okay.
team. You know, if you guys just like swarm them really hard and have really good like team fights, you're gonna fuck people up. He
All
shouldn't be
right.
allowed to do that, but like you're also helping him, so it's like whatever.
You heard the man. We got to be aggressive.
Roger.
Alrighty, I'll see you guys later. If you guys have any questions, just feel free to DM me.
All right, no
Yeah, thanks,
problem.
man.
Thank
Okay,
you.
noted.
Yeah, I'll see
Thank
ya.
you very much.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Mortis.
Bye bye.